welcome back to the podcast. Today we are continuing our exploration of ESL classroom practices, and here we are, and here we have Usha, Akmal, Irfan and Nazim. So today we will be focusing on specific challenges and effective solutions observed in the classrooms. We'll be analyzing two classroom scenarios, highlighting key issues and offering practical strategies for improvement. So let's dive in.
Okay, based on the first video, there's some issues that I find in it. Right, one of the issues is lack of variety in teaching methods. The activities lack sufficient variety to maintain high engagement with the students, causing students to feel sleepy and out of focus. So, as when we are students, we like to join the class with high engagement where teachers and students are talking together and we learn two ways.
Yeah.
So, how we as a future teacher want to resolve this issue?
Okay, for me, I think there are many solutions for that. But one of it is task-based learning. So, a teacher can do some activities or tasks and make a group to make it more engaging. So it will be more, how can I say, more engaged, more active in the class. So there will be no boring topic, no boring just teacher being there, and that's the old-fashioned way. We are today doing modern, so we need to use the modern way of how we teach the students. We need to attract the attention. So I think the teacher need to integrate a diversity of activities in the classroom itself. That's for me.
So that was all from Irfan and Nazim. So now let's move on to the second issue highlighted in the video 1. In concerning student engagement, Akmal faced the challenges in the video. It is quite a challenge which means ensuring all students had the opportunity to express themselves. So now Akmal, so what do you think and what is your opinion in the video?
Okay, so my opinion based on the video is that while the teacher did try to engage with the students, there were still multiple opportunities in which I felt as if some students were left out, especially those who were more shy and didn't talk as much. So I feel like in that case, these students who do not have the opportunity to speak up or to express themselves, it will eventually cause them to be not as comfortable to use the language with other people, and that was my main issue with what I saw during that video.
So how what's the solution that you have thought about this?
Okay, as a teacher, the solution I thought of this issue is, first a teacher should understand about the student. They should respect the students. How do I say? They must respect the students' differences. Okay, if a student, he doesn't want to speak up, he doesn't want to get engaged or interact with anyone, they should come up with an activity that the student's idea can be represented. For an example, using journaling style, drawing, or using technologies. Now we have smart whiteboards. Okay, so a student can draw his idea or her idea in that pattern or something, so that they can represent that idea rather than just talk. Because some students, they are too shy to talk in front of crowd.
Yes.
When we are small, we also have this issue. So we must understand the student's capability. If he is not comfortable to come and talk in front of the crowd, we can give them visual to represent their ideas. So I thought this would be a better solution.
Students nowadays are lucky enough because they have the smart whiteboard.
Yes.
While us back at the time, there's blackboard on top. So now we have smart board. You can watch YouTube videos.
Yes.
And the way they are asking us to implement technology in classrooms is really important, because not every school has that facility, particular facility, for us to go and teach them all these technologies. Even we as teachers are having trouble presenting slides, presenting videos.
The most basic one.
Yes. And even we, and imagine us going to school and doing all this, and moreover we are going to finish our studies and going to LM, and I feel it's a nightmare. I don't know, I'm not completely ready for me to go to the school and use all the technologies. Okay, so that was a nice insight from all of these people. So let's start from we need to present some two further challenges more that we saw in the video, and yes, they will be explaining about the challenges and solutions that we saw in the video. Okay, first, NAS classrooms show limited use of visual aid. So NAS, what do you think about it?
Oh, I think in the video, the teacher did not use any visual aids. They only use verbal explanations. And as we know, not every student profession is English, especially ESL.
Yes.
I mean English as a second language. English only they use as a second language. That's not their main language. So if we use just verbal explanation, they will not understand, especially the kids. So that's why we have to use the technologies. We have to visualize. Nowadays, we have many characters or elements that we can use to attract the student. We can include boy to be in that maybe our slides to attract the student. So we can explain it using visual aids. So that's why I see the issue on that video. So for the solution, I think
So the solution is very simple. You just have to start including more visual aids. The teacher has to include more visual aids because now we have, like you said, we have lots of access to different forms of visual aid. You have like moving media such as YouTube. If you want to use illustrations, you can use Canva and whatnot. Even if you do not have access to these things, you can draw to help these students. It doesn't matter if it looks like hieroglyphs or like caveman drawings. As long as it helps these students understand, then you should use these aids because not every student learns the same.
Actually, Nas give the solution of his issue by the boy and weeping.
So do you think that since in Bobo and Philippines, they are more advanced than us these days?
Yes.
And
yes, I think those characters are widely known, especially
that is famous in during our age.
Yeah.
Now we can use maybe Spider-Man.
Even
Now all of that.
even now, if I ask, there are still people around 20, 22, 23
Yeah,
still watching Bobo.
Yeah, we used to watch Tom and Jerry.
Now all the kids are advanced. They are more to Marvel, Spider-Man, Batman. So we can use all that.
Okay, so the second issue in the video, this highlights an over-reliance on teacher-centered methods in Ipang's classroom, which he saw what happened in the classroom. So teacher talk is teaching, and this is what we learned in our last semester. Yes, that teacher talk is what is most commonly found in the classrooms, because teacher talk is what usually happens in the classroom, in every classroom. The teacher will talk a lot, but the student engagement won't be there. So what do you think about it now?
Alright, over-reliance on teacher-centered, highlight that, over-reliance. The method which is teacher-centered method is good, but when it comes to over-reliance, it became something bad, especially for the students. Why? The lesson will focus on the teaching by giving instruction, reducing opportunity for student interaction and collaboration. This type of teaching can cause students to feel bored and less enjoy the class. So, same as the first video, our first video explanation, when the teaching method just focusing on the teacher, the student will feel bored, unhappy, less enjoyment. So, same like us when we are in class with our doctors. So, when the doctor just focusing on slide without focusing on us, we tend to TikTok, start to out of our focus, playing games. So we need to overcome this issue.
So I think I have a solution for this. In this 21st century, I would say teacher talk or teacher-based learning is should be avoided. Okay, should be avoided because students nowadays they want to talk, they want to interact, they want to share their ideas. So when the teacher lead the classroom, even when we see our lesson plan, it will be like teacher should ask the students to do this. Teacher, all is teacher centered. We must change it. Students should do. Okay, students should control the classroom. Teacher is just to observe. Okay, like for example, we can come up with an activity, just break them into groups. Okay, give them something to do, then come in front and present it. we must bring the confidence inside them since they are small, so that when they grow up, they come to university, they won't have this crowd fear, or they don't have the stage fear to come and do their presentation, their viva. They have a lot to face in their universities. So we as a teacher, we should set the setback for them to have confidence. Okay, more to like student-based learning, giving them group works, giving them teamwork. All this will build up their confidence. Okay, this is a great way for them.
That day I saw this podcast on that club. She was just 5 years old, and she talked about surf and return. So why this small girl is going to talk about surf and return? And then it's about a baby. It's about a baby. You know, it was around 6 months old. And she saw that how the baby is interacting with the father. The father finds the phone, and the baby is calling the father in his own language. She's calling the papa, and the girl is telling it's the way the baby is interacting with the father, the way she's asking for his attention, his love. Well, you were doing something nice, why did you stop it? So I did compare it to us as students. We serve and we get it back. And some students they serve by getting the guide grades and the marks, by getting good marks. And at the same what we get the happiness that, oh my god, my student get the good marks, and that's a very pure joy they're getting after all the efforts, and we see our students are achieving. Yes. So that day I learned the importance of serve and return. Okay, so that's all from us today, and I would like to conclude. So what we have learned today, effective ESL teaching requires a multi-phase approach in these ways. It's about diversity in teaching methods, fostering student engagement through varied activities. And remembering creating a supportive and inclusive classroom is a key to unlocking the full potential of every student. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.